Good day, guys. This is Roderick. I'm so excited for you with this video. We have so much packed into this 14-minute video or less. You're going to learn not only how to plot trend zones, how to be consistent for consistent results, the 3 different ways we make money in all markets so you can apply this no matter the chart you're trading on or time frame. Our number one strategy that will help you earn at least $100 a day, and the number one thing that we must do or see before we enter into our trades. So make sure you hang out for the entire video for everything we're going to be releasing. And also subscribe to our channel if you like receiving content like this. Confused? Let's talk about it. Good day. In this video, we're going to discuss how to plot trend zones. What is a trend? A trend demonstrates the direction of price action in which financial markets are moving. In simple terms, either the market is moving in an upward motion, a sideways motion, and or a downward motion. Those are the 3 different types of trending markets. Now let's demonstrate how we plot trend zones. Now when we plot trend zones, our goal is to make sure that the wicks are inside the trend zone area and making sure that the trend zone is pretty much touching the body of the candlesticks. We also want to advocate to you to make sure that your trend zones are consistent. You don't want to have too many smaller trend zones and then have some wider trend zones. You're only going to confuse yourself. Remember, consistency is the secret key to success. If you're consistent at whatever you're doing trading, you're going to be successful. Now, also, the last thing we're going to discuss is when you have a downtrend, you're going to measure the downtrend by lower highs, lower low. Lower highs, lower low. And when you have an uptrend, you're going to measure that by higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Now when you have a ranging market, the market is just going to be slashing price back and forth. So you just recognize that it's going sideways. And this is where you become patient and you wait for your confirmation checklist. Good day. Today we're going to discuss how to make money trading trend zone. Before we get started, there's a couple things you need to keep inside your memory bank. When it comes to identifying the market conditions, you need to know there's 3 types of market trends. There's an uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways ranging trend, which is the market reset. However, the first thing we want to ask ourselves is, where's price traveling from? Once we discover where price is traveling from, then we can already see a reset coming. And so if you notice here, the market threw us a hard reset. So that's why we're putting this strong resistance zone here. The next thing we're going to do is mark our strong trend zones. Now this is one of the trades that we were able to take profit on major. But we're going to remark it up just to show you what that looks like. The second question we ask ourselves is, can we see a reset? Did the market throw us a reset? This is important because this is what's going to help us be able to see the reset coming so we can catch the next move. Now that we have asked you those 2 questions, we're going to show you 3 different ways you can profit from a trending market. The first way you can make money is you can enter in on the reset of the trend. The second way you can make money is you can enter in on the pullbacks. The third and final way we know you can make money is you can enter in on the break, retest, and collect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly what that looks like while trading in the financial market. The first way you can make money is you can enter in on the reset of the trend. Now notice how price action was falling from a downtrend. And what you notice is price action gave a reset to switch that trend. And then price action provided the markets a false uptrend, which shifted into an aggressive reset. Now that we have identified the hard reset, it's time to go through our confirmation checklist. Step number 1. Price action approaches a major resistance zone. Step number 2. Price action rejects that level while showing signs of exhaustion. Step number 3. Price action gives us an aggressive, bearish candlestick, signaling it's ready to go in the opposite direction. Step number 4. Price action gives us an end of trend variation. Step number 5, lights out. Now that we have placed a successful entry, you just manage the trade. Now let's say hypothetically, you weren't able to get in on the end of trend variation or the hard reset of the market. Let's go into the second way you can make money. You can enter in on the pullbacks. Now notice how price is in a downward motion. Let's just entertain that you missed the trade altogether. Well, what we do is we wait for that first bullish candlestick the market throws in a downtrend motion. And then we draw our pivot point. Then we wait to see if price action is respecting that pivot point. And then we place our entry. Now we are just holding the trade. So while holding that position, our goal is to find another entry. Price action has now responded a third time in this downward motion. So once we see this long wick candlestick comes back, we look for the first bullish candlestick to draw our next pivot point for our next entry. What we do is, now that we have 2 positions, we are already prepared for the end game. So we continue to manage the trade. In the meantime, we're going to apply our 26 EMA to our charts. The purpose of applying the EMA 26 to our charts so we can identify the market, just in case the market wants to throw an end of trend variation or a hard reset and to change the direction. So once price action breaks the 26 EMA with an aggressive bullish candlestick, after giving us that long wick candlestick, we close our positions and we take profit. The third and final way you can make money trading in a trending market is you can enter in on the break, retest, and collect. Again, that's the break, retest, and collect. Now let's show you what that looks like slowed down. The break is the break of the bullish candlestick breaking that strong trend zone that's been respected. The retest is where you're actually getting another opportunity to hop into this trade because price action has come back to that trend zone to retest it. The collect is what the market does when it's trying to collect orders in the opposite direction. So their goal is to fake you out thinking it's going to break back below the trend zone before taking off into the upside. Good day. In this video, we're going to discuss how to make money trading in trend zones, part 2, uptrend edition. In the previous episode, we discussed how to make money trading 3 different ways. The same rule still applies. The first thing we're going to ask ourselves is, where's price traveling from? Now we see price is traveling from a downtrend, so we're able to spot the reset that was created. Which leads us into our next question. Can we see a reset? Did the market throw us a reset? This is important because we need to be able to determine if price is done moving in a downward motion to start the reset to start moving in the opposite direction. Now we're going to mark up our strong trend zones. Keep in mind, you can make money in trending markets 3 different ways. The first way, you can enter in on the reset of the trend. Notice how price action fell to break this strong support zone. You see how price action established a reset for the market? So now we're going to go through our confirmation checklist. Step number 1, Price action approaches a major support zone. Step number 2. Price action rejects that level while showing signs of exhaustion. Step number 3. Price action gives us an aggressive bullish candlestick, signaling it's ready to go in the opposite direction. Step number 4. Price action gives us an end of trend variation. Step number 5. Lights out. Now let's pretend that you were not able to capitalize off the end of trend variation or the hard reset in the market. Now let's go over the other 2 ways you can enter into a trending market. Option number 2, you can enter in on the pullbacks. Now notice how price action on the strong support zone, how it responded with a bullish candlestick, and then it gave you a slight pullback. This is where your opportunity arrived. When a market pivoted in price action by providing a slight pullback, this would have been your entry into this trade. Now all you're doing is managing it from here and closing out when you're ready to do so. Again, what we use is the 26 EMA. This would have provided us a way to exit the market while profiting big. However, let's just entertain that you want to make your profits quicker. You would just take profit at the strong higher high support zone. On to the third way. You can enter into the market on the break, retest, and collect. Now, for trading purposes, we just want to throw a monkey wrench in there. If you were looking at this break, retest, and collect, this is the wrong example. When you are in a moving uptrend, we're not waiting for a break and retest to the upside. We're waiting for the break and retest to the downside. Now, in case you're wondering what inspired the break, retest, and collect, it's just simply understanding the bearish channel and the bullish channel. And so we always look for the market to throw us a reset before continuing into the opposite direction. Now we have thoroughly explained this concept, we're going to revisit the 3 different ways that you can make money. Opportunity number 1, allowing the market to throw you a reset. This identifies the change of trend. Opportunity number 2, you had the chance to place your entry at the pivot point we showed you at the beginning of this video, and you could have used the strong trend zone where price approached a higher low prior to taking off to the higher high again. And opportunity number 3, you had the ability to place your entry at the break, retest, and collect. Good day, guys. Today we're going to discuss combined trend zone analysis. So you know the first thing we ask ourselves is where's price traveling from? That helps us to be able to determine our strong support zone, which we can see the reset. The next thing we're going to do is draw our trend zones for our uptrend. Now, after we've drawn our trend zones, what we're going to do is look for our reset. So if you notice here, we're able to spot our reset. Now, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that we have 3 ways to enter into our position. The first way is allowing the market to reset, followed by the confirmation checklist. The second way is entering the market through the pullbacks. The third way is enter into the market through the break, retest, and collect. Now that we have covered the uptrend, let's show you how the break, retest, and collect follows through with the downtrend. Given that we already marked the uptrend, you already have the answer to the first question. Where's price traveling from? Now that we are marking up our strong trend zones, we ask ourselves the following question. Did the market throw us a reset? Absolutely. With both of our questions answered, we just go through the confirmation checklist. And let's entertain that you missed the confirmation checklist and the market reset. Then you will use the second way, and that's entering the market through the pullbacks. And the third and final way is entering the market through the break, retest, and collect. As you can see, we have our strong support zone, and the market is throwing us a reset. Now that wraps up our lesson for today. We do want to thank you so much for checking out our content. Until the next trading video, remember, We'll see you on the other side.